My mother, Aleh Shalom, had this thing that she always took food with her when she went out on the street, in case someone's going to ask her for food. No one ever asked her for food. Even if we went on a picnic, she took food to the picnic and food in case someone asks her for food. She never told me why, until once she did. She didn't like speaking about the war, but she was on the death marches, and they had been walking under the hot sun with wooden clogs. Girls were dropping like flies, and at one point they passed the German woman, and she was holding food in her hands, and they begged her for food, and she spit at them and said, "You don't ask people for food on the street, you miserable Jews," and she walked away. And there was one girl that just died, just that drop of pain. Everything just culminated. She fell to the ground, and if they tried to help her, they would be shot. And as soon as that German woman walked away, everyone started cursing her. And my mother said, I had this thought, what do I get out of cursing? I get nothing out of it. Hashem, if I live through this war, I promise you I will never leave my house unless I have food to give to someone. And that's why she always wanted to give food. So when she met my father after the war, the two had absolutely nothing in common. They didn't speak the same kind of Yiddish. They came from different countries. The only thing they had in common was they didn't have a roof over their heads. And my father said that during the war, I had no food, and we came to someone's house. He wouldn't give us any. And I said, if I live through the war, I'm not going to wash unless I have a guest. Because the other boys were cursing that person. I said, I'm not going to curse. My mother said, great, I did the same thing. Let's get married. My mother is 74 years old, and I'm taking her for treatments in Manhattan. And until I got her into the car with the walker, and we're driving. We come to the corner, and the doctor's nurse says, where are you? I said, the doctor's on 55th Street. I'm on 50th. I'll be there soon. Doctor happened to be 55th in Manhattan. I was 50th in Brooklyn, but I didn't lie. And we get to the BQE, and my mother says to me, turn around. I said, Ma, why? She says, I forgot to bring food. Last 70 years, no one asked you for food. I said, Ma, I'll get food on the way. No. I'll run up to the bigger Chaylim room. I'll bring... No, turn around. We went back. We got food. And we came to the doctor very late. The doctor was very, very upset. The reports that he read were not good. On the way back, we parked by my mother's request a block away, and we were walking. And there used to be, on the corner of 51st and 13th, there used to be years ago, it was a bank, a Rite Aid, all kind of stores over there. And there was an old man sitting there on a bench. He used to sit there all the time on a milk crate. I never heard him say a word. And as we passed by, he said to my mother, Mrs., you have something to eat? And my mother went like this to me. And she took the food out of the pocket and gave it to the man, as if to say, who cares what the doctor said? Forget the Germans. Forget the war. They didn't get me to curse. They got me to bench. At that moment, she won the war. If we can take that pent-up emotion that is within us, when you want to really let it out at someone else, and say, Hashem, I'm holding it back, okay? I want to use it for good. Then you don't know how many years of life HaKadosh Baruch Hu just granted you. What a pity to waste the opportunity.